Let's look at this rectangle. Let's assume that this is a playground. And if I want to walk around this playground and complete one round, how much would I walk? What would be the distance? The distance would be 100 plus 50 plus 100 plus 50. That means totally 300 meters I would walk to complete one round around this playground. So this distance is called as the perimeter of the playground. So what we understand is that the perimeter is the distance around the figure, around a closed figure. And how do we calculate that? It is the sum of all the sides of that figure. Let's look at some more examples. Now here is a triangle. If you see, the sides of the triangles are 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 2 centimeter. So the perimeter would be 4 plus 4 plus 2, that means 10 centimeter. Now this is a quadrilateral. You can see the sides are 4 meter, 4 meter, 3 meter and 5 meter. So 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 5 is 16. So the perimeter is 16 meter. Now here is a hexagon and each side of this hexagon is 3 meter. So the perimeter would be 3 multiplied by 6 because 6 is the number of sides. So 6 3s are 18 and the perimeter would be 18 meter. Now here is a pentagon and each side is of 5 centimeter. So 5 5s are 25. That means the perimeter of this pentagon is 25 centimeter. Here is a rectangle. Let's see if we can figure out how to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle. So this rectangle has its length as L. We will denote length by the letter L and breadth by the letter B. Okay. So what would be the perimeter? The perimeter would be L plus B plus L plus B. That means if I want to walk around this rectangle, I would walk the distance L plus B plus L plus B. Or I can say I would walk 2 times L plus 2 times B, because I would walk the distance of length twice and the distance of breadth also twice. Or I could say that it would be 2 times length plus breadth. So what I understand is that the perimeter of a rectangle would be 2 times length plus breadth. Now what about a square? We are using S as side of a square. So the perimeter would be S plus S plus S plus S. That means 4 times S or 4 times the side of a square. That means perimeter of a square is 4 times its side. Now let's go over some more examples. I have written here the formula to calculate perimeter of a rectangle. So in case of a rectangle, if its length is 8 and breadth is 5, what would be the perimeter? 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 multiplied by 2 is 26, so the perimeter is 26. If the length is 7 and breadth is 4, then 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 multiplied by 2 is 22. So the perimeter is 22. Now in this case, I know the length, which is 10, and the perimeter is 30. So what would be the breadth? Now length plus breadth, 2 times of this is 30. So let me write it down. 2 times of length is 20 plus 2 times of breadth equal to 30. That means 2 times of breadth is equal to 10. If double of breadth is 10, then the breadth is 5. So my answer is 5. Now let's look at the perimeter of square. So if the side of a square is 18, its perimeter would be 18 fours are 72 and the perimeter would be 72. If the side is 12, 12 fours are 48, so the perimeter would be 48. Now if the perimeter is 60, what would be the side? We have to divide the perimeter by 4 because there are 4 sides. So we know 15 fours are 60, therefore the side of the square is 15. Now let's look at some of the word problems. A pentagonal field is fenced with a wire. That means I am putting a fence around a pentagon. Each side is of 40 meter long. What is the length of the wire? So it's a pentagon, that means there are 5 sides and each side is of 40 meters. So I would multiply 40 by 5. 4 5s are 20, that means 40 5s are 200. So the length of the wire should be 200 meters. A rectangular playground is 200 meter in length and 150 meter in breadth. Asha runs around the ground 3 times every day. How much does she run every day? So when she completes one round, it would be equal to the perimeter of the rectangle. So let's first calculate the perimeter, which would be equal to her one round. What would be the perimeter? 2 multiplied by length plus breadth, that means 2 multiplied by 200 plus 150. So we do the addition first. 200 plus 150 is 350. 2 multiplied by 350 is 700. So the perimeter is 700 meter, which is equivalent to her one round. But she runs 3 times. So that means 3 times 700 would be 2100 meter, or we can say this as 2 kilometer and 100 meter.